Welcome back, beautiful beings. Today we're going to be playing with Jot Do-It-Yourself Stencil Wheel from Dollar Tree. And this one has 6 seashells on it. And I'm going to be showing you 6 ways that you can use this stencil for all kinds of different projects. Okay, I'll be putting them in my sea journals. In the first pocket file we're going to do, I marked it with a pencil real lightly so I could erase it about where I want the pockets, so I know where to put the seashells. I might change my mind, but I think I want that there. So we're going to play with the stencil wheel, and we're going to be using acrylic gesso, and this is from Walmart, and I have this is from Dollar Tree, so I can rub the gesso on the stencil. Okay, and then I have a paper bag off to the right to clean the stencil off, or to scrape the remaining stencil on and make more seashells onto the paper bag. And I'm going to squirt some gesso on the paper bag. So you might want to have 2 paper bags. I didn't plan this very well, beautiful beings. I haven't done this in a long time. So I'm just going to squirt some gesso on the paper bag. So you might want 2 paper bags, one to squirt the gesso and then one to put the remaining gesso on this that's left on the stencil onto the paper bag to create even more seashells. Okay, beautiful beings. But I want to cover up this. I was thinking I want this one first, and as you can see, I did paint. But we're just gonna experiment with different things. And if you take the stencil and flip it over and use the back, you won't have to worry about cleaning the gesso off the cardboard, and it's way easier to clean. I just didn't realize that until I was almost done later in the video. And of course, if you want to use the extra gesso, like on the paper bag I'm going to show you, you can create another one with a leftover gesso from the stencil when you're done with this one on a paper bag. Then you can take some junk mail and put the stencil down that to clean it with a napkin, and then start fresh with a new stencil. Okay, now I'm going to take the stencil that has leftover gesso, and I'm just going to clean it off on the paper bag, and it creates another one. Then I'm just using a napkin to clean both sides. Then I'm going to continue to make 2 more seashells on this cardstock, and then we're going to go onto the cardboards and make a whole bunch of different seashells on them. Then I'll show you different ways how to add color to them. And this stencil wheel is very durable. It's nice and thick, so don't worry about ripping it or destroying it, because it won't. And the cardboard's really thick too. Here, let's get this out of the way. And if you don't have junk mail that you saved, you can use a piece of cardboard and clean your stencil on that. I'm just showing you different ways you can clean the stencil and on what. Alright. I'm going to turn this and do some more. Let's get a starfish. This is one of my pocket files for my sea journals. So this is my first pocket file. This is for my anchor journal I made. And I'm going to be doing 3 sea journals and 1 mermaid. So I'm just going to show you the process of all of them, and I'm going to be doing different things with them. But now that I got the gesso out, I'm going to be making more seashells on some cardboard. I'm going to move this out of the way again. I want to keep working with the gesso. So what I'm going to do here is we're going to put some on all these. This is white cardboard. It's thin. It's not real heavy, but it's heavy enough. So if I want to squirt some Distress Oxide on there, I can. I got Vintage Photo, Faded Jeans, Mermaid Lagoon, Spiced Marmalade, spiced marmalade, and I also have fired brick. And the Distress Oxide ink will get into the crevices that the stencil left behind. So it'll leave a nice color in those parts also. Experiment a little bit. I'm going to take some more gesso and put it here. And I'm going to go to town with the gesso and create a whole bunch on the cardboard of our seashells. And if you want, you can just add colored paint, whatever color you want, right in the gesso, and add color that way if you do not have Distress inks. Here, I'm just cleaning the remaining gesso off the stencil on junk mail. And then I'm going to cut the other pieces off so the stencil does not get into them and ruin them. And here, I wanted to show you after you get all the gesso into the stencil, you can take and dab and you'll get more texture. Just dab. See how I'm just dabbing? And I'll add more texture to the seashell. And I decided I might as well give you a close-up while I'm doing this, and that the stencil is upside down and it's way easier to clean upside down. And it does not affect the outcome of the seashell coming off the stencil. But this way is way easier. Just turn your stencil upside down and you'll still have the same beautiful effect of the seashell. And once you got the gesso all over your stencil, just dab it. And you'll have that extra texture. That's what I'm doing here. I'm just dabbing it for extra texture. Okay, beautiful beings? This one I wanted to show you. If you want it thicker, you can add more gesso and make it thicker and make it even more 3D and get more texture from it, beautiful beings. So I'm just taking my finger, reapplying it to the edge, and then I'm dabbing it in to make it thicker. And this one is where I cleaned the stencil from the starfish we made on our pocket file on. So I'm just going to reapply it and do it again. It looks wonky, but we're going to be cutting in between here, so it'll be okay. Okay? We'll be cutting in right in between there. Just that one. There we go. And as you can see, it didn't ruin the stencil at all, not even the cardboard, but I forgot all about using the other side after I did one upside down. It's better to use this side. That way you don't have to worry about it getting on the cardboard. Okay, beautiful beings. I think it's way easier to use the other side. Just turn it upside down and do it that way. Or you can do it the other way, whichever way you think is easier, but I think doing it this way is easier because you don't get it on the cardboard. And you don't have to worry about wiping that off because eventually it might rip. I don't know. But I know this will stiffen up. Now it's got gesso on it, okay? Now the next step, let me clean up. I'll be doing all the ones I did on the paper bag first, then we'll move on to the cardboard ones. Okay, beautiful beings. Now we're going to add our colors with our distressed oxide spray inks. Okay, and it's better if you put the water first. I didn't remember that until I did a couple without the water, but the water will make the ink run. And the gesso sat for about, I'd say 15 minutes, so it's half dry, half still wet, and I think that's the perfect time to start adding the inks to it. And of course you'll need a spray bottle for the water.
Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind. Water's getting deep now, water's getting deep now. Follow me around, yeah. Can't Close your eyes for a minute. Close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind. Water's getting deep now. Water's getting deep now. Follow me around. Yeah. Can you let me down?
Okay, beautiful beings. Now we're going to our second pocket file, and we'll be using our stencil wheel and with paints. And I chose paints to match my mermaid journal. I have Key West, matches mermaid. Then I also have tropical orange to match the starfish. I also have satin winter white to match our plants in the ocean. And last but not least, I have Admiral Blue to match the backdrop of the color. And this fabric is from Dollar Tree of our mermaid. And this is for our mermaid journal. Okay, beautiful beings, I chose this yellow cardstock to put our paint on. I have paper bag, I have a napkin to clean the stencils for when I move on to different colors. I'm just going to put a little dab of each color down, and then I'm going to dab the makeup sponges in them, then dab some of the paint off onto the paper bag to make the paint thinner. And then I'm going to be adding it to our stencils. Enjoy, beautiful beings. Here I'm just showing you the fossil matches the cardstock, and that's why I chose the yellow cardstock. And I'm just going to skip over the part where I'm cleaning the stencil. And there we are, beautiful beings. And I think it looks beautiful. Okay, beautiful beings. Now I have a lighthouse journal cover. And this fabric is also from Dollar Tree. And I have distressed oxide colors that I think match the journal cover. And I chose this pocket file color for inside of this. I love it, and I chose these colors. Okay, so let's get that out of the way. And I got spiced marmalade, distress oxide. They're all distress oxide. Rusty hinge, aged mahogany, and I have chipped sapphire. Okay, I'm gonna make sure I keep these really long. And we're going to start inking up our stencil wheel onto our pocket file. and I'm not sure where I'm putting the pockets on this pocket file, so I'll just be putting them all over. So if I cover one up, I cover one up. Okay, beautiful beings. Okay, beautiful beings, I got watercolors, and I wanted to show you this one. The first one we did on a pocket file is for my anchor journal cover. I got this also from Dollar Tree, light blue with anchors. Okay, so I wanted to show you that. And we're going to start on our watercolors. I got a brush, I'm going to wet it and get the watercolors going. Our gesso is completely dry, so let's begin, beautiful beings. And I'm not sure what colors I'm going to use, but I'm going to zoom you in so you can get a better view of what I'm doing. And in case you wanted to know, the watercolors are from Dollar and Rodney, and they're from Walmart. And there'll be a thing over going across it this way. And that's the watercolors I have, okay? Okay, beautiful beings. These are oil pastels, and you get 25. I got them from Walmart. And they're from Dollar and Rodney too, okay? And we're going to be using them on this starfish and this seashell. There's all the colors. And I'm thinking I want red. And I want dark blue. And maybe brown. I'm not sure about yellow, but we'll pull it out anyway. And I'm going to zoom in to this one. That's a little wet, so I'm going to be careful of that. So I'm going to move this sideways so I don't affect that. And this looks like a purple. This is ultra marine blue, and this one is cobalt blue. So let's see what that looks like. I want to put some in the middle in here, so I'm softly just gonna do this in the middle of the starfish with a red. Might want to have a napkin. And then you take your finger and go like this if you want. Don't have to. Just rub it in. Then you're going to need to blow it off. Okay? Alright. I blew that off. And let's bring in a little brown. Bring in some brown like this. Just doing it real lightly over the gesso. And you really don't need that much. You can rub it in with your finger, but then you'll have to blow it off again. Okay. Just get those little fibers in there. And then I have to keep checking to make sure you can see. Put some brown over here. And the gesso. Now you can see all kinds of different things you can do with gesso. Once it's hardened, you can put all kinds of different things on it. You can even water down paint if you wanted to and put that in there. And there you go, beautiful things. Now we're going to do this one. I might blend those other colors back in together. I don't know. Yeah, I'm thinking I want brown mixed in with that so it blends in. So let's just put some brown in there. And rub it. Oh, now we're getting a different color. I might just rub them all in together. Kind of like that look too. So they're all blended. Okay, now we're going to do this one. I'm thinking I'm just doing some reds. Every other one. Maybe some yellow in there. And we'll just mix them all together. Now I'm just going to take the ultramarine blue and put it in between. Oh, I didn't get it in between on that one. Go around this. Maybe the outside. Maybe I should do that on the other one too. And plus you're learning how it works, how they blend and all that as you go. And you can just leave it like that. But I'm going to put some more red in here because the blue covered that up. And I have a napkin where I'm wiping my fingers off. But I like that look, so I'm going to do the same thing and go around this. I just want to show you have options. Let's go around this one too. I think this is pretty dry. And try to be very careful. And there we go, beautiful beings, using pastels and watercolors. But I'm gonna let that sit before it does make a mess, but it's worth it in the end. Okay, beautiful beings. It was better just taking a napkin and going like this because it didn't smear it on the outside. So just take a napkin and go like that and wait for your watercolors to dry. Okay, beautiful beings. And voila, it looks way better using a napkin. That way you're not smearing it all over the place. Okay, beautiful beings. Okay, beautiful beings. I'm going to give you a close-up. Some of these. And they are like totally textured up. I love them. Our seashells look amazing. And I like how the color from the spray went into the crevices of where the stencil was not. And you can cut them as close or as far out as you want for your shape or your seashell. And then you can even add more color if you want it in between with a gel pen, marker, whatever you want to do, beautiful things. The flat ones are on the paper bag. Okay, I didn't put much texture on them. And you can use these on pocket files for embellishments or even a belly band, which I'm going to show you. And then in a different video, I will probably add something for inside this one and a couple others. Okay, but I wanted to show you this to get the video over with because it's already so long. You can put them on belly bands. Okay. This is just an example one. Okay. Here's another example belly band. And if you want, you can just cut a circle around it and use it like this, beautiful beings. And another one. Showing you what it looks like on different belly bands. And then I have one more. Here's this one close up. And I just put a circle around a starfish also. And then you can also just glue them wherever you decide you're not putting your pockets and you want a background. You can just glue them wherever you want them on your pocket file. And you can put them on pockets, like here. Here's two. You can glue them right onto a pocket, beautiful beings. I'm trying to show you the seashells in this lighting. But I loved how they turned out, and they're all different and unique. Okay, so you can just glue them on any pocket you want. Glue them on a pocket file for the backdrop. Stencil them on with paint on your pocket file or in your journal for a backdrop. All unique, and so many different ways to make them. We got gesso, we got paint, we got ink, distress inks, and we used oil, pastels, and you can also use watercolors. And in future video, I will be showing you where I put the pockets on each pocket file I made. Okay, beautiful beings, I hope you got inspiration, and if you have this stencil or some other stencil, you give it a go, beautiful beings. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful everything.